All right, so I am in actually a very twisty road right now. This is outside of Linden, Virginia. It's about 50 miles away from my house. Let's get this guy in track mode. I do like how easily it is to switch the, the gauges. So I'm going to change the cluster here. I'm going to match driving mode. So it's on track mode right now. So let's go for a drive. And I'm going to put on auxiliary gauges up here. Let's see, where are they here? Auxiliary gauges to get some G-force data. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly the element where I wanted to have this car. Just get that sound in here and there. Probably gonna stick in third gear a lot while I'm up here. This is pretty much as twisty as roads gets where I'm at. Yeah, this thing hauls ass, man. The sound is just insane. It's just crazy. Oh, I just noticed that the fuel gauge changes to 45 to percentage versus like miles when you put it in track. I hadn't seen that before. Got good tire pressure. I mean, if you're concerned that if you're concerned about just the normal performance pack, I wouldn't be. The suspension is more than aggressive enough. I mean, yeah, it'd be great to have Magnerai, but it's like, sometimes you just got to buy what's on the lot, and I got a pretty good deal on this car. I think I paid 46 something for it. Let me just take it easy for a sec so you can hear me better. I think I paid 46,700, and so this car has the base interior, but it has the performance pack without Magnerai, and it has the active exhaust, which honestly I think is something you definitely need to option out in this car. So this is pretty much as twisty as roads gets around me. Again, I had to drive 50 miles to get here. It's my first sort of road trip in this car. So it's a little gravelly here. Just gonna go down this in second gear, pretty much. There's no guardrails here, so I gotta be extra careful. And the road isn't terribly wide. Downshift a little. Here we go. I mean, it's beautiful. Very woodsy, and I guess we're going down the hill right now. Be extra careful in these blind corners. Obviously, I'm not maxing out what this car can do. I'm sure it can pull more than a G. But again, I don't want to fly off a cliff either, so. This is like a heavy-duty curve here. Wow. Now this is well worth the drive. Talk about a well worth the drive. You know, a lot of people live around here. I don't want to be crazy with the exhaust either. But anyway, so I feel like I got a pretty good deal on this car. It's, again, you know, it's very rare to probably find a performance pack car with the base interior. I mean, it's sort of like I wanted. Most people would probably not want that, and just. But again, I already have. This is sort of like my secondary car, and I have a BMW 335i as my primary car. It's a 2014. It's got, you know, it's got a bit of a tune on it, and upgraded intercooler. Some cold and hot side piping to the intercooler that's in aluminum, I guess. Man, this thing is pretty... Again, it's a little cold. I don't want to go too crazy. That gives you an example of what it can do here. Excellent brakes. Excellent brakes, these Brembos. There we go. Man, this is a hell of a road. I'm going to switch the mode real quick. I guess we're sort of down the mountain again. I'm going to switch modes here and go to sport and see what the gauge looks like there. Very cool. I mean, with the digital gauges, it sort of gives you like the flexibility. You can go retro with the SVT or the old style like gauges, like classic gauges, but you know, it also gives you like a very modern look. You know, and one thing about this active exhaust is it's incredible how much it gets quiet. I mean, it's sort of like something I wanted to get more for my wife. You know, she was like, she'd probably complain after a while about, man, this thing is just, I mean, it's very confidence inspiring. Again, this is a public road. I'm not going to go too crazy. But it is... Again, it's literally the best road that there is around where I live. And even in sport mode, man, that exhaust is insane. Again, you can just hang out in third gear. You got all the torque in the world. All the torque you need. Oh, there's... Yeah, I'm kind of in a more residential area. I'm going to try to keep it down a little more. But man, this thing is sweet. But again, you know, if you're concerned that, you know, you're not getting the Recaros or anything, I mean, it sort of depends. How often are you going to take this car to the track? You're probably going to take it most people never take a car with Recaro seats to the track. Like, never. And, you know, so what's the point? Just get comfortable seats. You can, if you get the premium package, you can get the ventilated seats. I think, you know, that auto rev match is pretty awesome. I mean, it definitely, it's a welcome thing since, you know, again, I think I mentioned in a prior video, I'm still learning how to drive stick. And this is a great car to learn how to drive stick. I think I mentioned that. Again, this is my second Mustang. I had a 97 GT, which basically had a boat anchor for a motor, 215 horsepower stock, had a 4.6 liters, single overhead cam engine. You had to go to like a Cobra engine to get the dual overhead cam. Now those engines were pretty good. You could put a blower in one of those Cobra engines and probably get to 500 wheel pretty easily. I think these cars stock, I think they dyno at about 420 at the wheels, maybe 410 to 420, depending if you got a good one. And I mean, this is a lot of car, and for a lot of people a lot of people that were like saying that Ford like dropped the ball when they put out this car at like starting at 40 grand, like in the, I honestly think you're getting so much car. This is totally a different animal from my Mustang, 97 Mustang. This is more of a sports car. That was more of a pony car. It was loud, yeah. It had some torque, so you could get off the line pretty quick, but it was slow, man. That thing, I think I took it to the track once. It ran 15 in the quarter mile. It was an automatic, so it was a 4, I don't think it was a 5-speed. I think it was a 4-speed automatic. And it was fast, like up to like about 60 miles an hour. Then it just fell on its face. So it pulled you back in the seat because it had all that torque. I think it had like 320 pound-feet of torque, something like that. Maybe even higher. I might actually have the old dyno sheet from when I took it. So my other car, the BMW 35, that made 381 wheel at the wheels with the tune. At stock, it made 270. So a significant jump in power. But this car is definitely better for the back roads. The suspension is more aggressive. It's just, and you know, you got the manual transmission, that super throaty exhaust. I mean, listen to that. This isn't even in track mode. And it just pulls, man. It's like a freight train. I think it's perfect, you know. Yeah, it would have been great to get, you know, to find one with magnetic shots, but again, this is the one that had this one dealership happened to have a race red performance pack, which I wanted, with the active exhaust. And you know, sometimes in order to get a pretty good deal on a car, you got to buy what's on the lot. If you custom order a car, you may not get a good deal. But yeah, man, this thing is a hoot. And if you're gonna buy one of these things, just get it in manual, man. I mean, I understand if it's your daily driver and you. Listen to this. I'm not even flooring it, and it just goes, and it just sounds so good. It's incredible. Man, this is a beautiful road. Here, I'm gonna do a quick little. I'm gonna pull away in second here. I'm gonna get to about, like, I don't know. I'm gonna go down to about 30 miles an hour and then see how it does. All right, I'm flooring it there. Wow. Again, it still hasn't been quite broken in yet, so I don't want to do that too much. Got 315 miles on this thing. I've been trying to drive it, trying to get as much wheel time as I can. My wife asked me to go buy milk. I'm like, okay, no problem, I'll go. Put it in. And you know, I love this car. I mean, you can, even if you're just strolling around, you can just put it in. I just drove it 50 miles on the highway. You can stick it. You can put on the active lane keep assist, and it almost drives itself. This thing, even though it's like it's basically the base one, except for all the performance upgrades. Every single option in this car is like a performance upgrade, which is what I wanted. I just wanted the car to look sweet from the outside, and I didn't necessarily care about all the niceties inside, because I already have a car for that. This is my secondary car. I'm not going to use it as much. All right, so it looks like I pulled 0.83 Gs. That was the most I pulled in the G meter there. I'm just going to go right here. Hear those backfires on it too. Honestly, I mean, I'm sure there are faster cars, man, but this car is a ton of fun. It's a ton of fun. It is so much fun. And I'm telling you, a lot has to do with the stick. And I know a lot of people were like concerned about the MT82 transmission. It feels fine to me. You know, it has positive engagement. You feel it. You feel exactly when you're in every gear, and You know, it took me a little getting used to, especially like, you know, that first to second shift. It's, you know, I wouldn't call it like, you know, world class, but it's definitely like adequate, more than adequate. Let me. Man, even when you're cruising, you hear that exhaust all the time. It's not even in track mode. Go back here. Man, if you're concerned about the interior, these seats are so comfortable. They are so good for. They're just, you know, my BMW seats are like very firm and stiff. They have a little bit, the bowstring's slightly better, but these are doing a fine job keeping me in place. I mean, especially if you're just doing like back road driving or or your daily, I wouldn't be concerned. I don't know, man. Who really needs Recaros? You gotta be really dedicated to going to the track a lot if you're getting the Recaros. Well, I mean, you know, to each their own. You might think they're cool. I mean, I think they're cool, but I'm not willing to. I just didn't want to spend more than I needed to get the experience that I was looking for. And this car gives me everything I wanted. It's got the looks, it's got the performance. You know, it even gets decent fuel economy. I think I mean, the gauge says I'm averaging 15 miles per gallon, but I'm definitely getting more. Man, it's really nice. Look at that. That's nice. That is really nice. It's beautiful countryside here. But yeah, pretty sweet. Well, anyway, I think I'm going to end the video here. If you have any questions about the car, feel free to leave them in the comments. It really helps a lot if you can like and subscribe. Really trying to build this channel up. If you could subscribe, that would really help me out. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.